Hello and welcome everybody to round 2 of the Phoenix SimSports F3 challenge. We're starting off strong here at Jarama. We will have one 45-minute race, but first we need to have 10 minutes of qualifying, of course, which we'll concede after the right now 35-second countdown. Didn't know at what time to really start the countdown. By looking at these practice times, I think we will have a great race. Assetto, championship leader and winner of race 2 of round 1 last week, is setting the pace with a 1:18.6, followed by the race director. Don't quote me on who that is, that's my fault. Then Marcel Miku, Anthony Perkin, Matt Pryor. We have some of the usual names in here, of course. Now, let's get this qualifying started. Who will we follow though? That's the real question. Alright, that's the replay saved at least. That's something. Well, Ethan Wall is out. He has a nice Ferrari livery. Already battling straight out of pit exit. Jarama, of course, if you guys did not know, located in Madrid, Spain. It's a fairly decent track. I haven't driven on it. From what I can tell in practice is that there's a little bit of elevation change, as you can see, 27 meters, and deadly curbs, heavy bumps, and a bit of banking in some of the corners. Let's see if Ethan Wall can show us some of that banking, as we're heading through right now. Very long train of cars. It's going to be a bit of impeding maybe at some point, because just the sheer amount, as there's a car off here somewhere. Let me just adjust this camera once for one. Jesus Christ, once the battles ensue. Ethan Wall going a bit wide there, but looks like we have a car starting their lap. That's over water. We will follow for that lap, heading into turn 1. Smooth on the throttle, flat out through here. You can see that curve pretty high there. Easy to cause some damage to your lap. He's in the banking. Ethan Wall close behind. I think we're already going to see an overtake maybe. Jeez guys, the race hasn't even started yet. Ethan Wall in the chase right there, heading up the hill. And the craziest thing is I think Oliver right now is taking a few defensive lines, which, you know, isn't that optimal for setting a quali lap. Does impact Ethan Wall quite a bit, so that might be something. Down the hill they go right now. I think I saw, maybe that's Melendez, I'm not sure, attempt to make a move, or at least it looked like that. As Oliver goes wide, that's his lap invalid. Ethan Wall right now, crossing the final corner. What lap time will he be able to set? Narashel on provisional pole 119.4. Ethan Wall a 121.7. Anthony Perkin sets a 120.9. Carlos Campaco a 19.7. Jack Smith provisional pole. It's all happening so fast because of that long train. That's Jack Smith on provisional pole with 118.9. That's 3/10 off of Narashto's best lap in practice. But he's on mediums. Quite a lot of cars on mediums compared to a few on soft. So by my estimation then, it means the track is very heavy on the tires. Very prone to overheating. So that's why they go for mediums. A bit of a harder compound, they last longer, but that means they don't heat up as quickly, so no overheating, no spinning out on your laps, hopefully. 45-minute race. I think I heard Sandy Burgey in the briefing say the race would just be around 34 laps, so we might see some refueling. So we'll definitely have to look out for cars pitting during the race. As Narashto crosses the line again, what will he be able to do? It's a 118.694. If it was another number, it would be a bit too brain rotty. So thank you, Narashto, for not improving those 200s. But yeah, setting the pace. That's 2/10 off of P2 that he's gone quicker, which is amazing to see. Mildly annoying that Assetto Corsa is constantly giving me a yellow flag. Will unfortunately be like that in the race as well, but that shouldn't matter too much. We should mainly just enjoy, you know, the great racing we will have and the great qualifying right now. I mean, Narashto is really looking like the championship favorite right now. A P2 and a P1 last week, so he's, you know, really going for it. Melendez is P2 in the championship with Miku P3 behind, so our fighters from last season, P2 and P3, and yeah, my fellow co-commentator from last season, ooh, what a voice crack. Narashto leading the championship really fast. If I'm correct, he's on the controller right now, if I heard that correctly earlier. But yeah, that's clearly not stopping him from setting some good quality laps. Fana having a bit of a lockup there. His livery hasn't loaded this time. I think somebody else might be in, because I distinctly remember seeing his livery. So I'll try to sort that out by next week. Luis Rubiales right now heading through the final corner. Or not, that was the first corner. I am, I think, a bit visually impaired then. He's in P17 right now. Sarah Klein probably sitting out qualifying like most of the times. Which is of course always a strategy. Turn 1 can go very wrong, especially in these heavy braking zones. I myself did an ACC open lobby race earlier, and let's just say I might have been a bit the root of a problem. Hit somebody, or they hit me, depends how you look at it, of course, and might have caused a bit of bowling to happen, and part of the chaos at turn 1, but luckily not everything, as Alain Foinat still pushing on. He takes a bit of curb there, gets nice and deep into the banking. It's not improving as of now. Marcel Miku only up into P7 does surprise me though. He might be struggling with this track, but he wasn't happy last time around. He found the track to be a bit too short for the amount of cars that were there. Something he echoed last season at the opening round at Silverstone. I think the club layout. But yeah, we'll see in the post-race interview if he joins what he thinks about this race, as Foinat loses the rear there. Saved it nicely by just slamming on the brakes. It's a good thing to know if you're ever spinning out. Hold the brakes. Car stops usually fairly quickly, and you're not rolling around possibly hitting another car. But yeah, that's no improvement from Alain Foinat as of now. Let's see, Thiago Souza is about to cross the finish line. He's about to set his first valid lap. As he stays P20, might still be invalid, I am not sure, but that's no improvement for him. Oliver Walter in P13. He, of course, was sort of battling with Ethan Wall earlier, who is right now up into P8. El Papasote, no improvement, he stays in P11. As we're not yet at the final few laps, we might be entering it with Marcel Miku. We will see. Will he cross the line in time for one more lap, or will he have 2 more laps? Yeah, no, this will be his final lap, so let's look at Marcel Miku and possibly support him if you're a fan. As he heads down into turn 1, takes all the exit he can, Keeps his foot planted to the floor there. Could see a bump there, heavy braking right now. Again, deep into the banking. He's holding on tight. Bit of a slower section this, but gets us near and dear to a very, very high speed section. If I'm right, he went flat out there as an Arashto. Also on his final lap, setting a purple sector 1 compared to Miku, who is not improving as of now. Will be interesting, it will be interesting. Also coming down, flat out kink left through here. That bridge kind of reminds me of the bull at the Red Bull Ring. Heavy braking as we are in the final sector right now. 2 more corners, 1 heavy braking zone as Narashto. He's going double purple right now. I think he might set a lap record if you catch my drift. Miku through the final corner he goes right now. Will he improve? Will he go higher than P7? He will into P4 as Narashto improves an 18.4. He teleports himself immediately back to the pits. Jack Smith stays P2. His qualifying finished as well. Miku doing his in-lap like he usually does as Foxhound crosses the line in P19. He does not improve, unfortunately. Next car will be Sven de Haas. Pushing on through. He's in P10 right now. I thought he was P11. That just jumped up a bit. Does he improve? He does, up into P9. Very nice for him. Next car over Walter. He hasn't improved yet, but he does now. P11 for him. Now even Melendez crossing the line. He stays P5. Ethan Wall in the beautiful Ferrari livery stays P8. Now we are looking at Miraccio, as he is set to cross the line. I think P19, I don't know if they're still on a valid lap. We will see, but no. I think Foxhound already crossed the line, so I don't know why he's still pushing on. Well, Maxim, how is Narashto gonna win that race because of you? Because I will be trying to check the chat this race. But I mean, yeah, qualifying results. We have Narashto. Here, I can move it. That makes it look a bit better. But yeah, we have Narashto on pole with Jack Smith following behind nearly half a second. So we'll see how Narashto manages his race. But he might be set to have a clear win right now. Either way, you don't know what happened. Somebody could just forget how to break into turn 1. We'll take that into account. Jack Smith following behind in P2, an 18.9. That's his first lap, I think that was his best. Can I see that from the lap times tab? Let's have a look. Jack Smith, lap times. Nope, this still doesn't work. Thank you, AC. Well, I mean, he won race 2 on round 1 because I accidentally killed Andy as a lapped car. Well, sometimes you have a few extra things, you know, helping you, you know. Spinning cars, back markers, so a win is a win. Maxim. Either way, Leila Petroleum P10, so if she stays in her position, she won't have race 2 pole, because there is no race 2. As I will quickly teleport myself back into the pits. This time I did not forget to bound that button. Let's have the nice overtaking camera open. Again, remember, race... What am I saying? Talking. Difficult. As always, lap 1, no DRS. Lap 2, DRS will be available if you're within 1 second from the car ahead. So, we'll see how that all pans out. As the race director gets kicked from the server, so I don't think we will have a restart if we have a hypothetical red flag like last week around. But here we go now. race 1, race 1, round 2. 4 red lights and they're off. The cars are launching off of the start, and Jack Smith has a brilliant start. Same for Marcel Miku and Anthony Perkin. They're all close together. A bit of contact there, but Narashto stays P1 as I hear a car in the gravel. That's Samuel Beilman, who's off there. Matt Pryor chasing a very, very tight group, it looks like. But Foina, okay, something happened there, and there are some cars stuck in the gravel at turn 1. That's over Walter just spinning around. I'm sorry for not being able to follow that whole debacle at the start there. Little Petrelli all the way down into P19, so something must have gone wrong there. P18 now. My apologies. As big gaps of cars already here at the start, as El Papasote is already maybe starting a train behind him. Yes, a little bit of a gap to the car ahead, but the cars behind are getting closer and closer. As I see Melendez make a move there. I think he might have had an incident at the start. He's trying to send it down the inside right there. That's... Jesus, I cannot follow. Massive contact! Oh, I need a sip of water, otherwise my voice will keep on cracking up, and that's a bit awkward. 5-second penalty to El Papasote for a DRS infringement, as even Melendez, after a bit of contact, is right now trying to chase Ethan 1 to turn 1, who takes a bit of a defensive move there. Again, hydrate. I'll hydrate. Thank you, Twitch chat. I'm gonna need to hydrate quite a bit, as there's a bit of a bump and run, but there's not really any running there, just bumping. Sent down the inside. Ethan Wall did not expect that, I think, so that's Melendez still stuck there. Narashto at the front, having a 1-second gap from Marcel Miku. We know he had the pace, so that's already pretty crazy. Miku does have Jack Smith right now to worry about. He's not far behind, as Youssef Mushahed, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, has decided to call it a day. Narashto, man, on rails, he's gonna take the season, I think, if he races every race. I mean, I wish I could commentate Zolder tomorrow, home track of course, but I will be looking at some cars myself, sadly most electric, but I know there will be some race cars to look at as well, so yeah, if you're in the Phoenix server, might post some pictures there. As Anthony Perkin, the TCR dive bomber from last season, makes another move there into turn 1 on Matt Pryor. That was just beautiful. The Spaniard, you know, a master of those moves. If you guys tuned in last season at TCR, you know what we mean. If there's an opportunity to break late and send one down the inside, Anthony Perkin is your guy. Absolutely phenomenal from him. As at the back, Samuel Baumann up into P13 after I think he was caught out at the start. If the race has died down, I'll try to look in the replay. Otherwise, we'll look after the race into the replay, if I remember, of course. So we are looking for an interesting battle. El Papasote behind even Melendez. I think he's been overtaken already. So that's not optimal for him. He's still trying to follow behind though. Same for Ethan Wall right there. As I think Anthony Perkin is getting pretty close to Carlos Cabaco. I think they'll have a very interesting fight as well. So let's just tune in. He has his DRS open. He's already moving out of the way. I think it's more for intimidation. It's clear he was not going to make that move, and he didn't really go for it either. Still in the chase though. I think he will be... He has the fastest lap as well. Sorry, I did not mention that or see that earlier. Or just beat his fastest lap. Might be wrong. I'm not sure, but still getting close. He took quite a bit more banking there into that corner. As he keeps chase. Flat out section right now. Heavy braking zone. I think he's a bit too far to make that lunge, but he can still scare him. Yeah, I mean, looking at the corner, the hairpin there is quite fast, it's quite wide, so, you know, don't think it's a fair overtaking zone. It's just clear this track has mainly pretty fast corners as Anthony Perkin loses the rear, nearly spins out. Matt Pryor might be able to catch up right now. But yeah, that is not great for the Spaniard. As we will be tuning in right here. What a massive amount of cars I'm seeing. We're looking at Miraccio, my apologies, as he's being overtaken right now. Not great for him. Again, that camera angle did not work. I timed that wrongly. Samuel Baumann already back up into P11. He is still being chased, so being chased is Alain Foinat as well by Oliver Walter. I think Foinat is not feeling these cars, because last season in the Tatis cars, he was doing rather well. He had it in him to perform when needed, but right now, P17, it's not looking great for the Frenchman as he's being overtaken by Oliver Walter, who was, you know, spinning massively there into turn 1 earlier in the gravel. You can maybe still see a bit of those remnants. As again, Miraccio, Lucas Van Dam and Luis Rubiales getting a fight. Miraccio right now has to catch up a bit though. He's approaching, but he's not in there as of yet. But he's getting close. I mean, it's still one of the closest battles we have on track right now, if I'm correct. Of course, I cannot see everything, and even if I were to do this right now, to look at the other battle, we're drastically cutting frames, but maybe if needed we'll do that as Miraccio gets a bit shaky and Lucas Van Dam, I hate to pronounce that in an English way, Lucas Van Dam, that sounds better, takes the position from Luis Rubiales. That's just amazing. I also pronounced Jarama incorrectly. I think it's Spanish track, so maybe it might be Jarama, because the J is pronounced as an H in Spanish. I should know it, I took classes, might still be wrong of course. Might still pronounce it Jarama, so we can say we had some drama at Jarama. I know, very, very bad pun, but I had to do it, you know. I had to be that guy as Luis Rubiales tries to take the position, and he does. Sven kind of running away right now at the front. And yeah, all around amazing start to the race. We also have 10 viewers right now on Twitch, so appreciate all of you guys tuning in, watching this great race and watching a full-grown man still have massive voice cracks throughout. Have to keep it entertaining somehow, you know. As a Kabako, I thought I saw somebody pulled off of the road there nearly, but no, not really. Kabako is still in the chase of Jack Smith, who's up into P3. I mean, down into P3 really. He started P2. So, oh, posture check. I will. I'm gonna crack my back a bit there. I'm 18, but it feels like I'm 80 at times. Let's be honest. But yeah, no, Carlos Kabako is still in the chase of Jack Smith, but I think he's losing it. I think as well that he might have to pit somewhere for tires compared to the front three runners, and Rashto, Miku and Smith, all on hard tires. So I think when they pit, they'll only be doing it for a splash of fuel and then a final push towards the end, compared to Kabako right now, who, when he has to pit, will probably need a change of tires because they can wear out quickly. If you look at the heavy braking, the banking, the high-speed corners, I mean, even the slow corners here are medium speed at best, so you're constantly, you know, hurting the tires. And I still cannot turn off this goddamn real penalty stuff, sadly. So yeah, you guys will be able to see I'm a very, very good driver by not getting any corner cuts right now. Also don't think you really want to cut the corner around this track. It's high curbs mainly. Your car spins out, or it's gravel and grass, which is arguably worse. This will cycle through cars right now. That's Van der Haas. DRS open. He's not getting any slipstream from El Papazote because, you know, he went for a defensive line after he took some grass there. Was spinning around nearly. Drives into the back of Sven, which he will not like. But that allows Bailman to move on through up into P9. Amazing from the German driver right there. Genuinely waited for the perfect opportunity, or just Papazote and the Haas completely you know, screwing each other kind of. They were trying to make car babies, but I won't try to explain car birds and the bees right now, so let that one fly away. Kind of like bees. Holy, I had to say that one. Anthony Perkin right now is still in the chase of Carlos Cabaco. Let's hope he doesn't lose traction anytime soon, but I think he's moving out of the way a bit too soon. He has to benefit from that slipstream a bit more. Right now, every time we've tuned into Anthony Perkin on the main straight when he has DRS, he's out of the way already halfway down the straight. When he has to really just stick to that slipstream and stick in that slipstream until you know for sure you can make the move down the inside, and he can send it from far back. He can send it through right now as well as he goes side by side with Carlos Capaco. Takes the position through those SS sections, I don't know what you want to call it. And he's right now in the chase for Jack Smith. That's a 1 second gap he'll have to make up. But he'll have to be careful because Capaco might have DRS if he's able to stick around. Why does AC keep switching to that interior cam? I do not know, because you can barely see anything because of the halo. But we'll still be tuning in. Jack Smith as well, losing a bit of time. That's Anthony Perkin, half a second behind. Anthony Perkin, you have DRS. Stick in that slipstream, my man. Stick in there. Keep following. Make that late move. No, he's moving out already, but he might be making the move down the inside. Will he? No, he's still too far back. I can guarantee you, if he stayed in there a bit longer, he would have had that position. But he might retry what he did on Cabaco. We're not sure, but he's still very keen on getting Smith right now. He keeps getting closer and closer and closer. He will have the slipstream on this long flat out section. There is a braking zone. Again, pretty high speed corner, medium speed corner, however you want to call it. But he might be able to do something there. But no, unfortunately he's a bit too far back and he loses it again. I think he has problems with his setup or with trail braking, because he keeps on losing the rears at times. He keeps on losing traction, and that puts him behind Capaco again. Right when he was close to Smith. Ooh, a voice crack again. My apologies. But he was close again and just loses it. Now he has to chase Capaco again to keep on going, as we also have a lapped car right now. Cannot really make out which position. But either way, lapped car interfering. Jack Smith laps him as we're still following Birkin, trying to get Cabaco. It's kind of unreal. Ah, there. Took another sip of water. That's also my advice to you guys. Always stay hydrated. Leila Petralia, P12 right now. Again, after that start that probably caught her out. She is trying to make up positions. She has a DRS on the main straight right now. Chasing. She stays in that slipstream long enough to just fully drive ahead of El Papazote. And then loses it on traction a bit, but saves it. Brilliant reflexes there, cat-like reflexes. So that's something you need as a racing driver, as Papazote tries to stick his nose down the inside there, but that doesn't work. Again, we're switching to Anthony Perkin. He's giving us some great battles right now. Or a great battle, because it's mainly Cabaco he's fighting throughout this race. 1/3 through with the race as well. Slipstream is open, my guy. Stick in that slipstream. DRS is open, I mean. My apologies. Slight mishap in talking there, like you guys are used to with me. But doesn't matter, yeah. I don't know how to explain it, but next time we're together with Perkin on the main straight, I will open this camera, or let's say this camera, to show you how early he moves out of the way, as right now he is getting close here. Jack Smith again, also getting a bit closer to both Kobako and Perkin. Let's see what tires they are on. Apparently switched a bit too quickly through there. They're both on mediums compared to Smith, who's on hard, so pit stop strategy might be a deciding factor here. Perkin in the gravel there, I mean, we know he can catch up like he's constantly done, but these little mistakes are costing him pretty big time in this race. I mean, look at the gap from P1 all the way down to P2, and mainly P2 to P3. It's massive. But yeah, right now Anthony Perkin a bit too far away to make anything happen, so we'll be looking at Kobako then, who is very much in the chase. Sarah Klein unfortunately lapped a few times, so might have had a few issues there. Up to 12 viewers on Twitch right now. Welcome to the 2 more of you that joined. Hope you guys are enjoying it as well. Yeah, I mean, never really watched the real life race at Jarama. I knew it was a track. Never raced it myself. I downloaded this mod an hour before the race maybe. But let's just say I'm enjoying it. It's producing some very, very good racing as Anthony Perkin. He's close again. Will he have slipstream? Will he be close enough? Will he stay in the slipstream and try and make a move? Please God, show us how it's done. As they're going through the penultimate corner now into the final corner. Narashlu sets the fastest lap of 119.6. He's in the slipstream. We can tell that both of them have DRS to Jack Smith. This time he's staying behind. No, look, he's moving out there a bit. It's giving him probably a bit of dirty air there, which might help him slow down to not immediately make the move if he wants to make it later, or is waiting to make the move all the way near the end of the race. But yeah, it's of my opinion that it's not helping him as he tried to take the inside of the banking there compared to Kobako, who went wide. Yeah, didn't really work out for Perkin. He stays B5 as Sven de Haas right now leading a lonely race as Perkin is trying to chase Luis Rubiales. Both of them pushing. The Frenchman versus the Spaniard. They're on the main straight right now. Fana has DRS. He's already moving alongside. Passes him cleanly. Honestly, controversial opinion. I am not a big fan of DRS. I think, as you can see there, it aids a bit too much, you know. It removes really corner to corner overtaking. It's just, yeah. You suddenly gain 50. I mean, 50 is an exaggeration, but you gain just over speed and then are usually ahead at the braking zone, and then yeah, you brake and it's done. But in my opinion, not really something I enjoy in racing. We'll see how F1 does it with their new wings, or whatever they want to call it, the full body active aero, either way, front wing and the rear wing. Yes, Sven right now within a second of the car ahead. There's also lap traffic ahead of him. That's Miriacho. Oh no, I was looking at the wrong place. No, Sven right now chasing Samuel Beilman. They're very close to each other right now. The Dutchman versus the German. Max Verstappen versus Franz Herrmann. Bad joke, I know. It's lonely in this commentary booth at times. Either way, still pushing on. I wonder when we will see pit stops though. That's something I'm wondering, as Marcel Miku has been impacted by traffic quite a bit. The gap to him and the Rashto is now 3 seconds already. So that's kind of crazy, as Sven still behind Bailman. Anthony Perkin in the pits already. I think he might have killed his tires a bit too much, but yeah. Ooh, he has to reverse back into his pit box. That will have cost him quite a bit. And then he forgets to put it in first again, reverses again. He comes out in P8, so he didn't lose all too much. That's just a few positions, as Kabako is up into P3 with Jack Smith in P4. Sven de Haas lapping traffic. He does not have DRS to Bellman though, so that's not helping him. But I really wonder what happened to Jack Smith there. Whoa, voice crack again. That's time for a sip of water. Yeah, Jack Smith, something must have happened there for Kabako to overtake him. I mean, Kabako is on faster tires, but they're probably wearing out a bit right now, because Jack Smith stays within that half-second range. Oliver Walter, 5-second penalty for DRS, so second one of those penalties that we have seen for DRS infringement, so it's not really optimal. I mean, I get that in practice you might get a reflex in for in qualifying, practice and qualifying, you know, just trying to set the fastest lap each time, pressing DRS each time you're on the straight. After a while, it becomes a reflex, and yeah, and then you keep invalidating and getting penalties for that. As that's another lapped car they're passing right now. But as I was saying, you keep on getting that reflex worked into you, and after a while you just get a penalty. I don't know why I was rambling on about that constantly, but we'll see, as I can see Ethan Wall approaching Matt Pryor, the Ferrari livery, chasing the RSS Prema inspired livery, or at least it's the Prema team colors. Both Prema and RSS Italian manufacturers, if I'm correct. I'm not sure. Prema I am sure of. It's their whole color scheme, their whole branding. Rashto with the fastest lap right now. He's nearly 5 seconds away from Marcel Miku. I think safe to say, Rashto can just fuel save probably and still win this race, which would give him a second win in a row. Because of course, he kind of won last week, the weekend in general, or race weekend, however you want to call it, the Friday. Jesus, why am I rambling like this? No, but he got that as Ethan Wall sends it down the inside of Matt Pryor with DRS. That's a lapped car off. I think, yeah, it's not helping him, as Van der Haas battling. He's both off together with, not with Bailman. I think that's a lapped car. Yep, both he and the lapped car are off, so it's not great, as Bailman is able to run away a bit. Now I forgot what I was talking about, because all I know to do when commentating these races is just talk, and then I don't know what's happening anymore, and I don't know what I'm saying, and then you get those voice cracks and issues. Stop the rant. Fox Sound 10-second penalty for speeding. That's not gonna help him. That was El Papasato, who was off there earlier, the car with a livery. Jesus. All the cars already lapped up into P12. That's Miku right now lapping Luis Rubiales. So yeah, Rashto really flying today. Same for last week. I don't know where he gets his pace, as Matt Pryor, DRS on Ethan Wall. He's still in the chase. We're down back into 10 viewers. We've lost to rest in peace to those viewers, as Marcel Miku lost a huge chunk of time again. He might have gone wide or lap traffic in general, but yeah. Melendez up into P4 right now. Perkin is still the only car that pitted, I think. Let's have a look. Well, it's just not working because I clearly saw him pit either way. What tires is he on? He's again on mediums. He's gonna run more than half of the race on mediums as we're already past the halfway mark right now. Things are, I want to say things are slowing down, but then I look right here at the track map and things are very much not really slowing down. There's quite the train of cars as Oliver Walter, we're following him right now. He's about to lap Foxhound possibly, who also then still has a penalty. Petralia also not having a great race, P17. After starting P7, it's not really where you want to be, but yeah. Sven a bit far from Bijlman. He's still very much awake. Honestly, I think we might delve into the replay soon because not a lot is happening. We have Sarah Klein, who is in the pit lane in P19. Again, not her race today, so she will be trying to just finish it. Not getting points right now, I think, so that's unfortunate. But practice and racing and just enjoying your time is, you know, most important. Sometimes you have to, even when things are going rough, look at the positive moments and just enjoy yourself. Always treat yourself. Every day is a gift. Deeply philosophical commentary right now. I know, guys. I know. I'll stay humble and keep quiet around that realm right now. As yeah, gaps are starting to form. Sven de Haas is one of the closest battles we have right now. And that's still quite the gap, so let's delve into the replay really quickly and look at what happened at the start. Honestly, the worst part is I don't know where to look. I'll yeah, no, that doesn't work. Back into replay. My apologies. Let's skip through a bit. No, Petralia was heavily affected there. So let's follow through here. She actually gets a decent start, jumps Ethan Wall. Ooh, hits Van, and then there's somebody just not braking. I don't know who that is. Ooh, I think Foinot has to do something with it. Alright, so he starts. Goes around the outside here. Oh, he gets hit and then gets sent all into the rest. So yeah, that's what happened at the start there. Nice to have a little view into that. Marcel Miku, 10 seconds separated from the rest as Foxhound disconnects. Either way, that gap's coming down all of a sudden, so... But yeah, pretty safe to say that that was a very chaotic start, and small incidents got out quite a decent chunk of the field there. So Petralia making a bit of contact with Sven, and then Foinot being hit by somebody else, if I'm correct. Just starting a chain reaction, a bit of bowling. As I said before about my own ACC race, pretty realistic because it's about the same way it happened to me there. I had somebody that's 2 cars off, and then at the other side of the field there's a whole bunch of other cars doing their shenanigans. So pattern recognition, it keeps on happening, and Sven, despite being hit there into turn 1, as we just learned, still in the chase of Samuel Beilman. So he's still very much in the same position. I think they're just very equal on pace. They keep being the same distance from each other lap after lap after lap, as Ethan Wall is into the pits right now. That jumped away a bit. He's probably changing tires and fuel, but he'll stay P8 compared to Beilman, who is pretty far behind in P9. Beilman, my apologies for mispronouncing that a bit. Yeah, still following Beilman. Look to be on the grass a bit there, as Sven is supposed to have DRS. He's getting close, he's getting close, he's getting close. Brake at the correct marker. He's very close right now. Slight lock up there, as we could see. But yeah, they're still holding it together. Really waiting for Kabako and Smith to bid, so we might see Anthony Perkin battle there again, as he is starting to get kind of close to Matt Pryor, as Melendez has also bidded, I think. Perkin was behind after his pit stop. We'll keep our eyes on that. Anything can still happen there. But right now, main battle is Sven de Haas. I think the English pronunciation of his last name is the hare, as in the animal. Haas is a big bunny. I don't know how else to describe it, but he's jumping up and around the track and trying to get that position from Beilman. So let's see, does he get close this time? DRS open, he stays in the slipstream like he's supposed to. Miriacho in the pits, trolley up into P15 right now, but Sven is getting closer alongside, but not completely. Yeah, no, he has to back out of that one a little bit, as I can see Narashto start to approach there in the background. They'll have to be careful because of that, because there's also a lapped car there. I cannot immediately see what lapped car, as Sven has a bit of a checkup. He lets the lapped car through, and Narashto, that's gonna cost him. That is really going to cost him. A get moving out of the way for Narashto. We might have thought that lapped car might have been Narashto, but yeah, it's cost him massively in the chase towards Beilman, who now, as I mean, if you look at the track map, has a massive gap away from him. Oh, I feel bad for the Dutchman, because right now he's stuck behind the lapped car that he was already ahead of. It's gonna take a while for him to catch up, if he can. That's also another thing. But yeah, I hope you guys are so far enjoying this race. Chat's been kind of inactive. 11 people right now, so somebody rejoined. As Sven de Haas goes around the outside at turn 1 to re-lap car. Was a pretty nice move to look at, actually. I mean, still a bit too far away from Beilman, who is about to be lapped by Narashto. He gets lapped efficiently, and that really gained him quite a bit on Sven. So I tip my hat to you, Beilman. That was done in a good manner, and right now you also have the tow from him, so you can kind of chase there. 10 minutes left to go in this race, so it's gonna be amazing. Apologies for being quiet a bit there. Went to close my window, which was not closed correctly. Luckily it's not raining, otherwise it would have been a bit less fun, but still a bit of a cold wind heading through. But we're back right now, and that's what mainly matters in a race where the gaps are starting to form quite a bit. But Ethan Wall in the chase of Ethan Melendez right now. What am I saying, Ethan Wall? Matt Pryor. My apologies. They're in the chase. Anthony Perkin is a bit further behind, but either way, we have a battle on our hands yet again. So grab your popcorn, grab your comfort food, your snacks, something nice to drink, and enjoy this fight we're about to see, hopefully. Because, I mean, both of them are fast drivers. Matt Pryor right now has DRS. He's trying to follow in the slipstream. That's even Melendez already with a pretty defensive line. I mean, what will he do? Will Pryor even catch up? I mean, now I'm being a bit too negative, but look at the focus in that character's eyes. It's not even Melendez's eyes because it's the Kuno's thing, but yeah. We have chased gaps around 1 second, so it's at least something we can look at as Sven and Bailman also getting close together. Come on, guys. Who do I need to focus up on? Which one of you guys will give us the best bang for our buck? Right now it's looking like Bailman and the Haas, because their gaps very much smaller, because Pryor's 1.5 seconds off compared to Sven, who's 2/10 behind. He's jumping around, getting ready to strike a move sooner or later. As you know, it's a great race right now. Half a second. I think we're losing a bit of speed right now on the twisty sections for Sven. But that doesn't matter. He always has the straight. It's been a theme very common throughout this race. So, yeah, final 3 corners right now of this lap. Sven really has to catch up. He has to try and spot weaknesses from Bailman and then get close, capitalize off of it, gain those positions, win. I mean, cannot really say win the way Nurashto has been dominating the field, and these two have already been lapped, but he's in the slipstream. Get close, make that move down the inside if you can. Super camera angle, doesn't matter. He's selling a dummy. He's going a bit deeper, slight lock up there from Samuel Baumann. But, Jesus Christ, talking with this pseudo-American English accent is not working, as we have a lawnmower, a very expensive lawnmower right there from Sven de Haas. Also very creative livery. I never thought yellow and purple would go together, but I like the paint scheme on it. Making it look like it's a few droplets. Can I, does it have a good camera angle to display it off? I mean, you can kind of see it on the rear wing. As yeah. We're still not seeing any moves right now, unfortunately. Even though I wish we would see a bit more of them. But I believe in Sven. I think he can make a beautiful move later. But it's clear him going onto the grass has cost him quite a little chunk of time. It's surely not helping him. As they go through the final corner right now, you have to nail it. It's flat out Nurashto 119.4 again. Fastest lap for him. Slipstream we're seeing right now, and DRS. He won't be close enough to make a move. Honestly, it might just be my dumb brain, and that's also why I sometimes get into contact, but I would have tried to poke my nose into there. Sometimes you have to be a bit on the aggressive side and just try to poke your nose in there. Scare them. Fear is strangely enough a very good tactic in racing. Just drive like a maniac and make the move like a gentleman afterwards. As Sven 2/10 behind, he's heavily in the slipstream. Come on, man. I know it's not the ideal corner to break in because you come out of that bend earlier, but might be able to make a move. Also, not trying to beat down on Bellman, but it's just Sven is the one trying to make an overtake, and we love seeing overtakes. Bellman is defending, has been pretty good. However, he went a bit wide there. Might have been a lockup. I am again going to hydrate because this battle has me talking like a madman. I mean, these two haven't been lapped by Miku yet. That's just how big the gap is. As Sven de Haas, that got me distracted, makes a move. How will Bellman respond? Great move though. I mean, great move, you know what I said about DRS earlier, but that doesn't matter. An overtake is an overtake. I mean, you can have DRS and still drive into the back of your opponent, which, you know, can always happen. Either way, Bellman will have to try and find a way to respond. He's been defending so long. What he's thinking right now, or what I assume he's thinking right now, is I had this position so long. You cannot take this away from me. I will do anything in my might to take it back. And that's what he will be trying to do. Sven goes a bit wide there, but still maintains traction. Bellman had to kind of check the car up there. Thank you, AC, this time for this camera thing, because we saw that tire quickly adjust to counter steer and not lose traction. As keep on pushing. Getting kind of quiet. I don't know what to say anymore at this point. It's been a wild ride this far. I think Bellman is yeah, he doesn't have DRS. He's losing the place to Sven right now. I mean, Sven made his move and clearly it worked. So I don't think we'll seeing that battle again. We might have a battle for P15 though, I am not completely sure. Oh, we do. That's Miraccio and El Papasote fighting each other. Tralia and P14 a bit further ahead, but we have something, guys. We have something. That's something we can celebrate. It's Papasote right now. P15 Miraccio kind of tried to have a look there. As I think Jack Smith is starting to lap them. Is that Jack Smith? No, it is not. Jack Smith. Oh, it is Jack Smith. My apologies. I nearly forgot. Kabako was up into P3. Hopefully this time, however, I don't catch the race. I don't forget to catch the race ending, because that was an issue last time. Just suddenly Narashto winning. As yeah, we're being left room for Jack Smith, and that costs a bit of time. Birkin also starting to approach at the back there. So Papasote. Miraccio might have had a big incident as a Papasote just goes off into the gravel completely there. That's strange. Did I miss something? My brain has stopped working because I don't know what to do anymore, guys. Massive brain malfunction. I thought we had a battle there, but apparently it's not compared. I mean, Miraccio and Papasote are pretty much separated massively. Well, it is what it is. Let's be honest. We're on the penultimate lap right now. Let's just have a look at the man who has been dominating the field today. Really. He again has lost some time to Marcel Migo. I don't know if he has pitted. I might have missed it. I'll ask that in the interview. But what a guy, really. He's been pushing today like a madman, but that doesn't matter. Marcel Migo might lose his position to Carlos Cabaco. Marcel Migo has to pit. Marcel Migo, coming onto the final lap, is in the pits. He loses his P2. That's Carlos Cabaco in P2 right now on the final lap. Madness. Absolute madness. Miku might even lose his position to Anthony Perkin. Yes, he will! My god, Marcel Miku, this has not been great for you, my friend. I mean, you'd have to push like crazy in order to get that position, as Fana has a drive-through before speeding, so he's also in the pits right now. Narashto, however, he's in Sector 2 right now. He's approaching Sector 3. The man has been driving like crazy today. Here at round 2. Into Sector 3 we go right now. That's 2 more corners, 1 braking zone. But after that, he's done it. Narashto, after winning race 2 of round 1 last week, comes through the final corner right now. Only the main straight to go. As he starts to weave. Deserved as well. I mean, after dominating today, he wins at Jarama. As Kabako crosses the line, P2. Good race for him. Petralia, 5-second penalty for a DRS infringement. That will be added up at the end of the race. Perkin, P3, after having to pit at some point. Marcel Miku, P4. Melendez, P5. He's also not far behind. That's Bellman, who's lap to finished. I think we have some other cars that still need to cross the finish line, but either way, yeah, race cars. What else can I say, really? And Papa Sote, 5 seconds penalty added to the final time, of course. Matt Pryor ends up in P6 with Ethan Wall P7 behind him. I mean, great race from our man in the Ferrari car. Last year, of course, not last year, I mean last year and last season, not exactly a year ago, he was in the 60-second penalty. Jesus, that's crazy. Either way, yeah, he showed some great potential, and I mean, he's still showing his worth right now. As Bellman has still as he had still, oh man, words, still has to cross the finish line. As I think soon we will have our race winners, I mean a race winner and the rest in the commentary box. Yeah, Bellman, final corner right now. Decent race from him. Don't tell me he's ran out of fuel. Don't tell me he's ran out of fuel. Has he? I mean, he's rolling it down into the pits. He's trying to avoid a penalty, but I mean, we could see he was on throttle there, but I don't even know if he's finished the race already. My apologies. Either way, let me quickly switch to the commentary box. That was a brief shot of my face cam still on. My apologies. I mean, it's not really on. Either way, let's get this sorted out. I mean, let's just start with our main driver today of the race, Narashto. Congratulations. Well, first of all, congratulations. How did you do it today, man? That was absolutely a dominant performance. I mean, we clearly saw quite some incidents turn one lap one there. So yeah, just congratulations to your win. Very nicely done. And are you looking to just run away with the championship, or what's the plan? Well, I mean, well, we'll see, of course. But I mean, if you want to take the race off, then you can. But you're already getting a good lead, so I think you can afford that. Either way, let's go to Marcel Miku right now. Miku, P2 for you today. Uh, how does it feel? And then what? Yeah. Narasto just stated that he will probably not race Alton Park. You're currently P2 in the championship. He's P1. Do you think he'll be able to recuperate quite the points next week then? All right. Then Matt Pryor, a P6 for you today. Great battles as well, so congratulations to that. How did the race go from your point of view? What were your highlights?
I'll try and sort of push a bit to get in the DRS just to try and cover some of the race time I'd absolutely demolished. Um, but yeah, I I think just out of even if a no stop is quicker for one of these tracks coming up, I think just out of my brain sanity, I need to do a pit stop just to give my brain something to do.
Well, yeah, I didn't miss input earlier with picking up the Discord audio, but my apologies there to the stream. Either way, good to hear that. I mean, are you planning on doing any zero stops again if it's possible, or are you just going to say, you know what, I'm just gonna push and then pit at some
No,
point?
unless I get a mammoth lead and of like, I think it'll have to be about 18 seconds, then it's probably doable. Or if I have a really good track, but it's really it's not going to be worth it. Like, I'm fighting for like P5, P6 anyway. I'm never gonna like, I'm still about a second, or at least half a second off in race pace to the top group. I'm never gonna be in a situation where I'm just gonna be able to generate the time for it to be viable.
Alright. Then finally, Leila Petralia, you qualified P10, and
There.
then it all kind of went downhill. How would you view your contact with Sven de Haas in turn 1, lap 1?
I mean, it was a big train, honestly. I was looking both in front of me and behind me because we were so bunched up at the start. Then I had a lockup, which I honestly didn't expect because running ABS, having a lockup is not the first thing that you expect in a car. But yeah, I lightly tapped him, which caused more more chaos into the race. But overall, I had great pace. I practiced what probably 10 minutes at best. Um, what to add? I mean, I was sixth fastest on track from what I was told during the race. So the pace was there. It just the consistency and the spunt that made me go back to pits weren't weren't really optimal, you know. But at the end of the day, I got points. I'm happy about it. Also because it was such a huge like remontada. So yeah.
Yep. Well, I mean, I can at least assure you by looking at the replay that you weren't at fault for all the contact turn 1 only with Sven, so that's at least something you can be happy about. How are you looking forward to Alton Park?
I mean, all the tracks that we're running this season for F3, I don't know them. The only one that I've pre-season tested with the others was Simon's Plain, which is I know it's gonna be pain, but for Alton Park, I don't know what to expect honestly, and I'll see it when I meet it, you know.
Well, then I really recommend getting a bit of the practice in by next week, where everybody can join us again. Tomorrow there will be MX5 streams, or one MX5 stream, of course. Maybe a TCR, we're not sure about that. And of course, on Saturday we have ACC and LMU. But make sure to join us again next week. I've been Arthur, and this has been, the race. See you all in the next one.